Good morning, it's Kristen Bryant with Stamping with Kristen, and you are here for 5 Minute Friday. I'm just checking on my computer to see if I've got it up and anyone looking yet. Hopefully it's, every time I do it I still get a little nervous that it's going to work right. All right, I do see that it is going. So I hope you are looking forward to a nice weekend. We're actually heading out of town for a wedding. One of my son's buddies is getting married, and so as I was thinking yesterday, what should I create? I was like, oh, I need a wedding card. So that is what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to be using Nature's Sweetness 12 by 12 designer series paper. And it's funny because this paper, do you ever have paper and you think, oh my goodness, that's just too pretty, I don't even want to cut it? Well, that's kind of how it was when I got this. And so this is actually the first time that I'm using the Nature's Sweetness designer series paper. Again, this is a 12 by 12, and it's just this really pretty shiny gold foil paper on one side, and then on the other side you've got some pecan pie and some pebbled path. And it's funny because when I first saw pebbled path, I was thinking I'm not going to probably use that much, but boy, I have been using pebbled path far more than I ever thought I would. It's one of our in colors. It has 1 year left. So I'm going to just flip these around. But anyway, all of these pieces are just perfect for a wedding, I felt, or anytime you want to just do a fancier card. And so I'm going to just start with a few pieces here for this card. Because like I said, I was like, oh, I need to have a wedding card for today. So the other things I'm going to be using, we've got these ribbon. These come in a 2-pack. It's gold and silver, 1/8 inch, and it's sparkly. So this is a current gold and silver. I always like that we have some of those. And right here I've got the adhesive backed metallic gems. So I'm using that as well. And then I'm using a brand new to me stamp set. It's a new online exclusive, Everyday Greetings. I love all of the greetings, and I also really like when there's 2 different fonts. I just think that's fun to work with. So I'm going to start in just a second. Oh, and I forgot one other thing. I'm using Labeled with Love punch. Now this punch in the catalog, it comes 2 ways. You can either buy it as a punch or you can buy it as a die. And the die, it's like 3 of them across, so you can get more each time you run it through the cut and emboss machine. But I really like having punches that I can use for cards. So I opted with this, but I think I'll probably end up buying the dies too, because those will be fun to work with as well. All right, well, I'm gonna start my watch. I had it kind of set up here so that I could time myself here. And so I am going to start that because I wanna show that I can do it in 5 minutes. So here we go. I've got start. All right, I'm gonna take my cut and emboss, or my paper trimmer right here, and I'm going to cut the, got it upside down here. I'm gonna cut this pebbled path at 5.5 inches. That's just their traditional card base. That's what I do most of the time. And then, while I've got it here, I have a few pieces that I've chosen out of the Nature's Sweetness. And I'm going to trim those to 4 inches. So I'm doing 3 pieces of this. Now when you're cutting paper, you always want to look to make sure that you're cutting it, like this has words on it. So I want to make sure that I'm cutting this way rather than this way, because then my words would be sideways and that would not be fun. I guess I would just have to change my idea of the layout. All right, so I've got these, and now what I'm going to do is cut 1 inch for a couple of these, and then the bottom one I'm going to have 2 inches. I want to have this one at the bottom. I like how that is. I should go up a little more so you can see. So this piece is going to be 2 inches, and then I've got this one 1 inch, and then now I'm going to do this one. Where did I put those? Here we go. These are just the pieces that I put inside cards, and so this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I have, I'm going to use this for the front of the card too. So I'm going to get my adhesive, and I'm just going to put a little adhesive on this. And again, I want to make sure the words are upright. You really aren't necessarily going to read the words, but you just want them to be upright. And so I'm going to now put this one at the top. And I'm having them all line up at the left side in case I need to trim off, like this one I need to trim a little bit. I'm trimming all from the same side. All right, now on this one, I'm gonna have one piece be this side and one piece be that side. So I'll put some adhesive on both sides like that. All right, I'm gonna put this one up here, and I'm just leaving a little space. By doing the top and the bottom first, it allows me to kind of get the spacing a little bit better. Actually, I'm gonna move it a tad now. Let me see where this one was. Should have done that before I did the adhesive. All right, there we go. Still don't like it. If you do it right away, you can still move it around a little bit. So I'm just gonna trim this a little bit off the edge here, so that it all looks smooth. Sometimes your cutting, even though you're going to 4 each time, it's just not perfectly done. So there we go. Now it looks good. So before I put this on the card base, I'm going to wrap this ribbon around. How am I doing on time? 3:48. We're going to do this. All right, I'm going to put this around here. Tie a bow. I like to tie my bows upside down. I just find they tend to lay a little bit nicer that way. All right, now I'm going to trim. All right, now I'm going to punch my Labeled with Love. This is just a white piece here. And I'm using, like I said, the Everyday Greetings. Love the different greetings in here. And so I'm going to do Best Wishes. Again, this is, I'm heading to a wedding. And I do have some wedding cards that I do have on hand, but it's kind of nice just to make one with something new. So here's my best wishes on here. Now, if I put this on like this, you can see it, but I want it to stand out just a little bit more. And so I'm now going to punch Petaled Paths. This is just a scrap I had. And I'm gonna cut it in half. And I'll put a little adhesive on each. Oh, that wasn't very much. And I'm just gonna make this so it gives a little border to it. That way it stands out just a little bit more on there. Sorry, I was doing that off the thing. I just, so I cut it in half. And I'm now just setting it on like that. Now I just need to grab some dimensionals. Get to the end of this one. Pop it up. Always nice to add some height to the card. So here's the best wishes. And now I'm gonna just put this on the card front. Oh my goodness, I went over. How did I do that? Okay, this is 5 Minute Friday and a little bit more. Cutting the pieces took a little bit longer, I guess. So then I'm just gonna add a couple of these jewels just to kind of add a little more to the card. Whoops. So here is my card. Again, I use the Nature's Sweeness Designer Series paper, and I used adhesive back metallic gems, the Everyday Greetings, and the Labeled with Love punch. Oh, and then our ribbon is the gold and silver trim pack. So the gold and silver come together, so it's kind of nice. You can have both. So here is my finished wedding card, and so just another card idea, just using strips of Designer Series paper. And you may even have scraps like this. So it's another good card just to show different scraps on there. So thanks, Sue. I went a little over, but it's still Still a good card, an almost 5-minute card. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day and get time to create this weekend. See you soon.